Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Milla and in this video I will share 10 things to do in Venice, Italy. So in this video I will talk about things you should do when you're in Venice and practical tips to the city and some must-see places while you're there. So let's just jump straight into the video. First I want to share some tips and practical tips, especially for your stay in Venice. So what you should do is to stay in Cannaregio neighborhood for a more quiet and local feel. This is where a lot of locals live, I believe, and there's also a grocery store nearby where the locals go, and it's just a more quiet neighborhood compared to the the busier neighborhoods in Venice. So if you can find a good Airbnb here, I highly recommend you stay in this part of the city. My second tip is to get the travel card on your first day in Venice, so you can travel around using the Vaporettos. The Vaporettos are the main public transportation in Venice. They are the water buses or water taxis. They're usually quite crowded in the summer or can be especially on the more popular routes, but they're a really fun way to see the city from a different perspective and explore different parts of Venice. So the Vaporetto or public transportation cards are available for different lengths. You can get a one-time card, but if you're staying in Venice for longer, for a few days for example, then you can get the travel card for 24 hours or 48 hours. And the tickets are available at some Vaporetto stops, but not all of them. So just check out where you can print them and don't expect them to be available at all Vaporetto stops. One thing you can do in Venice that a lot of people don't know about is that you can actually drink the tap water. It's totally drinkable. It might taste a bit weird or strange, but you can definitely drink it, and that's what we did as well, to save on those plastic water bottles or just to save money on water. When you're traveling to Italy, you might come across this fee, service fee when you're eating. It's called the coperto, and it will be added usually per person. It's a small service fee which is added in most of the restaurants, and it's usually set on the menu how much it is. It's usually just a €2 or €3 fee per person for the service, and in Italy you don't really need to tip the waiter or waitress, so the coperto is enough. When in Venice, don't have picnics next to the canals, don't feed the pigeons, and don't trash or throw trash on the streets, because you might end up with an expensive fine for this. And also when you're in Venice and you're going to eat out, just remember that the food is usually more expensive than in other places in Italy, and it's usually also not that good compared to other places. So in Venice, just don't expect to get the best food for the cheapest prices. Now when we have gone through some practical tips to Venice, I want to share some must-dos or must-see places for your stay in Venice. So at number 7 is Burano, which is a really colorful island outside of Venice, and you can actually use the same travel card to get here with the Vaporetto. Usually the Vaporetto stops at Murano or goes through Murano Island. I don't recommend staying or stopping at Murano. I just think it's a bit boring. So if you want to do like a good day trip, just head straight to Burano Island and explore the colorful buildings there. It's a really fun day trip to do, and I highly recommend you go there if you want to do something else outside of Venice. We have arrived in the island of Burano, which is known for its colorful building as well as its lace manufacturing. But look at all these colorful buildings. I definitely recommend coming here if you're in Venice and you have time for a day trip like this. This is such a beautiful place with so many colorful buildings, and you can get here with the Vaporetto. So we have the 2-day Vaporetto tickets, which are 30 euros each. If you want to go to the beach on your stay in Venice, I do recommend you go to Lido. You can also take the Vaporetto there with the same travel card. I didn't go there myself, but I've heard great things about it, so it's one place I do recommend you visit if you wish to visit some beaches or spend like a day at the beach on your stay in Venice. If there's one thing you do in Venice, it's to stroll around the city. There's so many beautiful buildings there, like it has a very like old feel, and it's just quite magical in some ways. I think like Venice is just a really beautiful city to stroll around in with all its canals and bridges and buildings, so I do recommend you do that, and even explore the parts of Venice that aren't the most famous, and just take a few hours to explore the city and all its beautiful places. Another thing you have to do in Venice is to drink an Aperol Spritz. It's about 3 euros and it's said to originate from Venice, Italy. So, well, if you don't like Aperol Spritz, don't get one. But if you do like an Aperol Spritz, definitely make sure to have one in Venice. And don't expect to pay more than about 3 to 4 euros. If you enjoyed this video about some tips for Venice, then I highly suggest you check out this video next. It's a travel vlog from our stay in Venice in the summer of 2022, and I really enjoyed staying there and I made a vlog about it, so go check that out next. And also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more travel vlogs and travel videos and travel tips like this one. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!